Start the meeting.
Yes, ma'am, we are hearing you.
Yes, sir.
Now we can start.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, good morning to all the dignitaries present in this virtual forum. It takes an immense pleasure in welcoming each and every one to the virtual workshop on fostering soft skills, the mantra for sustainable career progress in association with our Northern University, Bangladesh. And it takes an immense pleasure in hosting this event in behalf of Tagore Engineering College. So, we are all aware that sustainability is the key mantra for career progress, and the sustainability is integrated with technology across the globe. So this workshop has been oriented to discuss on how the sustainable path has been integrated with different technology and how it is the key mantra for attaining career progress, and also the importance of soft skills, role of soft skills in sustainability. So we have different eminent resource person who are specialized in this area. So first, let us start with the presidential address by our principal. Now I call upon Dr. Ramesh, principal sir of our Tagore Engineering College, to deliver his address to this forum. Over to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Very good. A very good morning to one and all. Respected chief guest of the occasion, Dr. Anwar Hussain, Vice Chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh, Dr. Nazrul Islam, Vice Chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh, Head of the departments, faculty members, and especially all the budding students. Very warm welcome to the International Virtual Workshop on Fostering Soft Skills, the mantra for sustainable career progress. Soft skills are the personal attributes that influence how you can work, interact with others. These skills make it easier to form relationship with people, create trust and dependability, and lead teams. In essence, they are essential for your success in the workspace, your company success, and your personal life. Most interactions with other people require some level of soft skills. At a company, you might be negotiating to win a new contract, presenting your new ideas to colleagues, networking for a new job, and so on. We use soft skills every day at work, and developing these soft skills will help you win more business and accelerate your career and progression. On the other hand, a lack of soft skills can limit your potential or even be a downfall on your businesses. By developing strong leadership, delegation, teamwork, and the communication attributes, you can run project more smoothly, deliver result that please everyone, and even positively influence your personal life by improving how you interact with others. Outside the office, soft skills such as communication and used to build friendship groups and meet potential partners. You might be negotiate the price of your new house renovation or mentoring your neighbor's children on the weekend. Soft skills are useful both in professional life, and I must thank all the contributors and experts for their unconditional support in organizing this workshop. I congratulate the coordinators, head of the department, faculty members, non-teaching faculty members, and volunteers for their tremendous effort in organizing this workshop. Once again, I welcome you, everyone. I hope you will have the pleasant day. I would like to quote few words from the great Einstein. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. I wish you all the success. To end with high note, dream the impossible, seek the unknown, achieve the greatness. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presidential address. So it is my privilege to call upon Dr. Anwar Hussain, sir, of Northern University, Bangladesh, to deliver the inaugural address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable President, honorable faculty members, my colleagues, it is a great privilege for me to inaugurate this wonderful workshop on fostering soft skills, the mantra for sustainable career progress. I'm a behavior scientist, and I give a lot of emphasis on the soft skills because as a human being, whenever we want to manage any situation or any work, especially in a group or organization, there are three things that we should have. The technical skill, which the engineering skill, which the Honorable President was emphasizing on, and the current world is moving towards that and marching toward that. More technical, more digital, more informative skills are required for any business organization to survive. Similarly, the conceptual skills, the theories, as you have mentioned, the great scientist Einstein, one of the great theoreticians who changed the world with his theory of relativity. So this is also important. And finally, the human relations skill, which you are emphasizing on your presidential speech, that if we would really like to be more effective in an organization, simply engineering skill and technical skill not suffice. We need to have the behavioral skills, the human relations skills, the soft skills, which we call them, how to communicate effectively so that people can really learn from that or understand, and how you can influence your colleagues, how you can resolve the conflicts. Conflict resolution is another very important soft skill. Then how to have a mature emotional maturity, so that you don't react aggressively towards the suggestion of any subordinates or juniors. Then there are other issues that we have to employ in the designing and also in running the organization day to function, and also getting more effective results out of the group work. I would like to thank the Tagore Engineering School College for organizing a very timely workshop on these, which the would-be graduates have to learn so that they become more effective in the career, especially to advance their kit, where everywhere you will find that the soft skills are required. At the bottom level, maybe the technical skills will be more required. But as you move up in the organizational ladder, you require more soft skills. I was listening to one of our colleagues from Bangalore Institute of Management. So he was saying that most of our, especially when they take courses, they think that the courses on soft skills are not very much required as they get their degree. But when they go to the organization and become matured manager or executives in the top ladder, they come back and tell that those courses are really very, very effective and useful. So you can understand the modern world, which is marching ahead with different kind of technical skills and engineering skills, and we are seeing the marvels of engineering, but those marvels could be achieved only with the reciprocity and the interaction, some team building, and continuing with the leadership skill that those project managers used to have. So I hope today's workshop will be very effective and fruitful one and achieve the target that it wants to achieve. I would like to thank Dr. Mala, then other leaders from the Tagore College. And also I would like to thank Professor Dr. Nazrul, my colleague in Northern University of Bangladesh, the Vice Chancellor, who has taken special interest in organizing this workshop from our end, and I hope the grand success of this particular workshop. With these few words, I would like to inaugurate the workshop on fostering soft skills, the mantra for sustainable career progress. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So it was a very warm inaugural address. Thank you, sir. And so now I call upon Dr. Nazrul Islam, sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, to deliver his special address. Over to you, sir. Sir, can you please unmute yourself, sir? You're on mute, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Chief Patron and Chairperson of Tagore Group of Institutions, Professor Dr. M. Mala, respected Chair and the Principal of Tagore Engineering College, Professor Dr. R. Ramesh, respected Patron and the Chief Guest of today's workshop, the Vice Chancellor of Northern University, Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Convener and HUW MBA of Tagore Engineering College, Professor Dr. Coordinator of the workshop and Assistant Professor Dr. K.B. Pandi Murugan, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, honored guests, and most importantly, the bright and ambitious students of Northern University, Bangladesh and Tagore Engineering College of India. Good morning to all of you. I am really deeply honored to be here in this workshop as a special guest at the inaugural ceremony of the collaborative initiative, International Virtual Workshop on Fostering Soft Skills, the mantra for sustainable career progress. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for inviting me to share my thoughts on a topic that is not only crucial in today's dynamic professional landscape, but also resonates deeply with the essence of personal and career development at the individual level. This joint soft skill development workshop between Northern University Bangladesh and Tagore Engineering College signifies a progressive step towards recognizing and nurturing the crucial role that soft skills play in shaping the future of our graduates. In today's fast-paced and ever-evolving professional environment, the significance of soft skills at workplace cannot be overstated. While academic achievements and technical proficiency undoubtedly form the foundation of one's career, it is the mastery of soft skills that often differentiates a good professional from an outstanding one. Dear colleagues, soft skills often referred to as interpersonal or people's skills are the intangible qualities that shape the way we interact with others. In an era of Fourth Industrial Revolution, where technological advancements are rapidly transforming the nature of work, it becomes imperative to recognize the pivotal role that soft skills play in driving sustainable career progress as it empowers individuals to communicate effectively, collaborate seamlessly, and adapt successfully to the challenges of the modern workplace. They are the essence of what makes us not just proficient employees, but exceptional leaders, team players, and contributors to the broader success of the organizations. First and foremost, let us acknowledge that technical expertise alone is not sufficient for the success at the contemporary workplace we see. While hard skills may open, it is our soft skills that truly allow us to navigate and thrive in the professional journey. The ability to communicate effectively, collaborate, and adapt to changing circumstances are all hallmarks of soft skills. In fostering soft skills, we lay the foundation for effective leadership that has been mentioned by Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Anwar Hussain, innovation and resilience. As we engage in this workshop, let us reflect on the significance of empathy, communication, teamwork, and adaptability in our daily professional lives. These skills not only enhance our individual capabilities, but also contribute to the creation of positive and inclusive work culture. Moreover, the essence of sustainable career progress lies in continuous learning and growth, where soft skills serve as a bridge between individual and collective success. Dear students and graduates, the collaboration between Northern University Bangladesh and Tagore Engineering College exemplifies the richness that diversity brings to our educational experiences. Soft skills empower you to collaborate across borders, cultures, and disciplines, providing a global perspective that is increasingly valued in the interconnected world where we live now. Soft skills, as I mentioned, play a pivotal role in the development of leadership at work too. It also cultivates qualities such as effective communication and the ability to inspire others. True leaders are not just proficient in their fields, but also excel in understanding and motivating those around them. Recognize that soft skills are not static. They require continuous refinement and application. Soft skills are also concerned with the commitment of lifelong learning. Seek feedback and embrace opportunities for personal and professional growth of the individuals. As you delve into the world of soft skills, remember that you are not merely acquiring set of competencies, but investing in a journey of self-discovery and continuous improvement through this workshop. Your commitment to developing these skills will not only shape our individual success, but I think it will also contribute to the creation of more resilient, empathetic, and collaborative community. Let us embrace this workshop as an opportunity to delve deeper into the cultivation of soft skills. As we explore various strategies, may we live here with a renewed commitment to integrating these essential qualities into our professional journeys. Together, let us foster a workplace culture where soft skills are not just a supplement, but a cornerstone for sustainable career progress. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to engaging in fruitful discussions on sustainability for soft skills, blend of AI, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things for sustainable development, role of Internet of Things in sustainable development, and soft skills impact on aviation industry throughout this workshop. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a very vibrant and overview of this session. So, sir, as like Nazrul sir discussed, this session is a blended session. So, what is that is sustainability is all about? And how are we integrating the sustainability with different technology? And how are we aligning with the soft skills for a better career development? So, on this note, the workshop has been coined, and we have a different resource person to discuss a different field where the sustainability is applied and how it can be contributed for the sustainable growth. So that is what is the mantra right now every industry is working for to attain the SDG, sustainable development growth. So first, as we are going to start this session with the role of like what are the role of aviations across globe in sustainability. So that is what is the first session is all about. And I now call upon Dr. Shanmuganathan sir, who is a senior professor and who has more than 20 years of academic experience. And sir is like a board of studies member across different eminent university. And he has also been the best researcher, and he has authored many articles which is published in Scopus and Web of Science. And he's also a consultant for many accreditation works, and he has completed successful accreditations also. And He has a strong domain on the aviation industry. So when we were discussing about this topic like sustainability, so it was Sir Dr. Shanmuganathan sir who gave this topic. He stated that he wanted to give an exposure to students across globe, and we don't want to confine it to one particular field of management or only the soft skills. So that is where this topic was coined, and I believe that it will be a very wonderful session, and it was something you're out of the box thinking for the other participants. So definitely it will be so, and I assure you on that. And I now call upon Dr. Shanmuganathan sir to take up the forum.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to all and all present here. First of all, I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor and Pro Vice Chancellor of Northern University, and also I would like to thank our Chief Patron and Chairperson, madam, our beloved Principal, Dr. Ramesh sir, and the convener of this session, Dr. Priyadarshini, madam, and also the coordinator, KB Pandi Murugan. Okay. Actually, in common man's perspective, they think that aviation is meant only for people who have acquired knowledge and qualification in that field. But in the from the industry perspective, it is open to all. First of all, it is open to all. Anybody who acquires some skill required for this field can get into aviation. Just 1 minute. Let me share my screen. Share. Window. Okay. Now, only in the early 20th century, many airline industries have started to survive the volatile aviation market. That is mainly because of the advancements and opportunities thrown at us by the impact of software or impact of IT sector. Now, in general, aviation means it's a field of science that is related to design, development, production, operation, and usage of aircraft and its components. It may also include the business flights, air charter, private aviation, flight training, ballooning, parachuting, and also the latest unmanned aerial vehicles. The aerospace and aviation industry poses enormous challenges to the information technology or information management. Main problem that has imposed on our day-to-day activities is challenge of storing and retrieval of long-term data. That the data has to be stored in a way that it survives changing ever-changing operating system, hardware application softwares, or storage media, or any technological changes that may occur throughout the span of the particular aircraft or its component. If, for example, if an aircraft is given with a service life of 10 years, during that 10 year, it may be it may be giving n number of data. Entire data must be stored all across the users, and it must be retrieved at any point of time whenever it is required to conduct or carry out any analysis. But till 20th century, there was no proper repeated schemes to store as well as retrieve the data. That's why in the till 20th century, it took lots and lots of time and money for any operator to manage and operate the aircraft. That is one of the major reasons for high costs as far as flight operation is concerned, and the entire cost was put onto
Sir,
the shoulders of
Shanmuganathan,
passengers.
sir. Sorry, sir.
Madam?
Sir, your slide is
Madam?
not moving, sir.
Just 1 minute now. I think.
Yes, sir.
Can you see now?
Yes, sir. Now it's moving. We are in the
Okay,
third
okay,
slide.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the first two slides. Yes, sir. Now it's in the overview. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Now, let us imagine even though we are in IT world, let us imagine aviation without IT. Till 90s, we had to store a huge amount of data, and we had to retrieve as and when it is required. Entire task was highly laborious and led to so many human errors, unwanted human errors. When it comes to designing, also it was also a very hectic one. We had to play with only 2D images that were drawn manually. All those tasks took a lot of time, as well as they were less accurate when compared to the present era. Madam, are you able to see, madam, the slide?
Yes, sir. We are able to view the slides.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Just for a simple example, let us take a small system that is heater what we use in the aircraft. You may just have a look at it. Almost 42 parts are there. I will have to record the information about each and every component for the smallest system like heater. So then, if you compare the small system to the entire aircraft, there will be voluminous data that we will have to store and retrieve for analysis, and also to meet the airworthiness requirement also. You all know every year, any operator will have to uh, uh, renew their certificate of airworthiness. While renewing the certificate of airworthiness, they will have to produce whatever events, accidents, or whatever maintenance tasks that have been completed in the year. With for getting the aircraft approved for flight, we'll have to produce all this information every year. Now, without IT, it was like doing all the tasks without any proper guidelines. That led to so many damages. Some of the damages were very fatal also. And progress of all the tasks that includes from daily flight planning up to planning, maintenance, and operations. They were very slow, and almost all the fleets were very less utilized during that period. And also, yeah, in order to avoid any risks associated with that air safety, people used to avoid servicing the component. Instead of servicing, they used to go for replacement of component. When you replace any serviceable component with a new one, the cost incurred will be hello. Madam, because of network problem, I think it is slowly loading. Hello.
No, sir. We are able to view your screen, sir.
Yeah, are you able to see this screen, sir?
Yes,
Less
sir. We are able to
serviceable
view your
parts.
screen, sir. Please continue.
What about this one, sir? I think
yes, sir. It is visible,
now.
sir. It is visible to everyone.
Yeah. Hardly they used to service any component, even though the component was within the service life. Okay, they used to replace the components. So when you are replacing a component, we'll have to spend a huge amount of money for maintenance itself. Those are the reasons why in those days the cost of the flight ticket was very high. Now, I will give a simple example how the IT has enabled us to day-to-day affair, and also optimize the time and cost as well as maintenance and operation of aircraft is concerned. even if you manually club or sort your routine activities to minimize the material movement and to maximize the availability of equipment. There will be interrelations among all the workstations for routing or scheduling your tools, equipments, manpower, all such things. IT has played a very, very huge role. Because of that only, our downtime for service and the time required for line maintenance has gone down drastically. That makes the higher that ensures or enhances the availability of aircraft for flight. Almost for 18 hours in a day, we are able to fly the aircraft. Thereby, we are able to recover the cost what we have spent on the aircraft for its procurement as well as maintenance or for its operation. Then, without IT, the process and production time used to be very, very high. And in order to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of our routine activities, and also improve the relationship with the customer, the information technology started to contribute a lot. The requirement to the main requirement as far as aviation is concerned, we have to provide right information at right time to the right people in the right content. That is very, very significant, in the right format. Any misunderstanding or misconception that may lead to fatal accidents or incidents. So this information technology has ensured that it has minimized the human error or unwanted misconceptions to the bare minimum. That is one of the major challenges before the era of information technology. The moment we started to make use of information technology, the goals, long-term goals, what the airline industries as well as manufacturers used to set was, they tried to reduce the aircraft accident rate by a factor of 5 within first 10 years, and then they tried to reduce it by a factor of 10 within the next 20 years. And also they tried to provide next generation design tools and experimental aircraft to increase the confidence on the proposed design, and also reduce the development cycle time for aircraft and its components. That has led to many achievements in the recent past. Let us just have a brief look about the history of IT in aviation. In the early 1960s, only the US airline industry, they have started using computers for ticketing. When they used IT for reservation of tickets, I mean, when they started introducing electronic tickets, they managed to save an amount of 3 billion per year. So from the smallest task, you can get an idea how much impact it would have given on design, development, operation, and also maintenance. These are the commercially available software what we are using to optimize our resources. Anyone who wants to pursue their professional career in aviation sector, they can get training in any of these soft skills, and they can also compete with other fellow aeronautical engineers in the aviation field. There are 4 major parts in aviation, like I have told you in the previous slides: design, manufacturing, maintenance, and operation. IT has got significant role in each and every task what we carry out in our field. Let us start with the main domain, design domain. The design technology was introduced in the year of 1990. Now, almost in the last 33 years, it has given so many advantages. It has reduced the cost that what we used to spend on design of components to design of complete aircraft. I'll just give you a simple example. We all know about 777. 777 prototype was launched in the year 1994. The actual commercial long-range flight was introduced in the year 2011. Almost it took 17 years to convert your product into a really usable one. This much time required for completing your prototype into a commercially operatable aircraft. This time duration has been enormously reduced because of the contribution of information technology. See, we all know any design process involves so many processes. Any design cycle involves so many processes, right? From conceiving idea, and then idea must be converted into data. Data has to be converted into model parts. Then you have to assemble. Then you have to think about redesign, test your prototype, and then based on the experimental test results, we have to refine our initial design data. Like that, the cycle will be repeated a number of times. See, in the earlier days, when all such things were manually done, we had to spend a lot of money, raw material, as well as time for manufacturing or for designing a single component. With the help of IT, entire design has become very easy task, and with less time and money, we are able to produce as many components as possible. So objective of our main contribution of IT in aviation manufacturing is it has enabled us to develop a flight and its control systems that can easily handle any off nominal and unanticipated changes in air vehicle during operating conditions. When it is operated in real-time scenario, there will be a number of factors that may affect the original performance of the aircraft and its components. See, because of this IT, the accuracy level of each and every component has been improved. Once we are able to produce more accurate components, such components can withstand any off-nominal conditions or unexpected changes in its routine operation. And also, we are able to record each and every information pertaining to a smallest from a smallest component to complete aircraft. Handling such data also was very easy, and also, like I told you, as far as certification is concerned, we need to and retrieve each and every information of each and every component. That was the huge and Herculean task in the olden days. Now it has become very easy, and friendly information is available to each and every workforce available within the aviation industry. They can always retrieve the data in no time. So the certification process has become very easy and simpler. Yeah, because without IT, the aircraft will be grounded unnecessarily for months together to get it certified when it goes for certificate of airworthiness renewal. Now, and apart from the certification part, we used to cannibalize the component from aircraft to aircraft. By means, as when an aircraft is grounded for want of service or want of any component, the whatever other components which are in serviceable condition or unoperable condition, that can be utilized in any other aircraft. Thereby, we are able to retrieve the service life available in those components or systems. When you are cannibalizing such systems or components between the aircraft, excuse me, the data should also be transferred from one aircraft file to the other aircraft. So all such things have become easier and simpler. Like we have discussed in the previous slides, developing a prototype was very tedious process before IT. Oh, now so many new components are coming out. Now, like I told you, when you compare to 78777, it took almost 17 years to make it commercially operatable one. Because of evolution of information technology and its contribution towards aviation industry, the Dreamliner 787 took just 5 years to get to get it in operable state. It was the prototype was launched in the year 2014, and it has started its operation in 2019. So we are saving lots and lots of time when we are launching new products. When it comes to the process involves both the maintenance as well as operation. It is the entire operation as well as maintenance should try to optimize the cost and time involved for carrying out those processes. The different information technology systems are used in aviation industry, which in turn reduces the cost of operation as well as maintenance. Thereby, the benefit is transferred to the end user. The cost of the airline ticket has gone down in the recent past. And also, apart from cost, because of its significant role, we are able to increase or improve the air safety. We are able to improve the reliability of each and every component. Thereby, number of accidents or incidents in the last 10 years or so has gone down drastically. One very interesting information is, if you compare all the transport mediums, the air transport is the safest one. You can also Google and find out the fatality rate is 0.01 per 2 billion passengers. So we are able to achieve such an improved reliability because of the contribution of information technology. Just to give a brief idea, there are so many n number of factors. All these factors only contribute or that only affect the air ticketing. We are able to optimize all these factors with the help of information technology, because we are using different softwares to regulate or monitor each and every parameter. When it comes to maintenance, see, unlike automotive industry, the maintenance is held at different locations all across the world. If you take engines, only line maintenance will be held in the operator's place. When it comes to overall, partial overall or top overall, it will have to be sent to the original OEM, original equipment manufacturer. So the engine will be losing 3 to 4 months of its service life. During that period, the engine will have to be shipped to the OEM's facility. There we to get it serviced, and it will be flown back to the original base. So, nowadays, because of this information technology, information is shared. The information and technical support is shared throughout the world, and virtually it is operated in countries like India and Asian countries. So there are so many places virtually they are supporting the maintenance, repair, and overall. And also all the OEMs have established MROs all across the globe. So thereby we are able to reduce the downtime during the partial as well as top overall. That improves the availability of engines or vital components for routine operation. Thereby, whatever cost we are investing on such equipments can be retrieved within the service life of the aircraft. The diversity of maintenance task is very substantial. It has become very easy and simple because each and every task has been narrated or communicated to the end workforce. They are able to get the clear-cut idea about the tasks that they are supposed to carry out. So maintenance has become a very simplest and easier one. And also the IT has helped us to conduct or carry out troubleshooting very efficiently as well as effectively. There are so many tools, and then we can also make use of artificial intelligence and machine learning as far as troubleshooting as well as reliability engineering is concerned. These are some of the softwares or systems what we use for condition monitoring of aircraft and its components. Why we prefer condition monitoring or on-condition monitoring is we are trying to forecast any impending failure or any impending incidents. Where if we are able to forecast the incidents or potential failures or potential threats, we can plan the maintenance tasks well in advance, and we can also procure the required spare parts as and when we forecast the impending failure. And also the one of the very key component of maintenance industry is we are mainly the entire maintenance activities are centered around the reliability. There are so many information we will have to interpret and we'll have to analyze in order to have a reliability centered maintenance tasks. For all these things, we have got software tools. It helps the operator to carry out or maintain an efficient reliability centered maintenance tasks. These are benefits what we have acquired and which we expect in future also. It enables the aviation industry to save a huge amount of money as well as time. The system provides an extraordinary return on investment in terms of cost saving and also more efficient in terms of operations. There is hardly any unexpected delays. Almost all the airline industries are able to meet out their published schedule. And it enables or it has increased the efficiency. The software like NAMIS provides a web-based authoritative real-time data on aircraft to personnel as well as information about the operating personnel, maintenance personnel, and also about the assets. It reduces the waste. The system's tools manages materials, parts, equipment, labor hours. Thereby, it reduces unwanted wastages. Thereby, it will enable us to lower the operating cost, operating as well as service cost. It increases the productivity. The automated systems nowadays, we all know entire flight data is recorded throughout the flight by automated systems that are incorporated in aircraft. Thereby, it is easy failures if it has during flight or pre-flight or post-flight. All such information can be retrieved from the data that has been stored during a flight. The automated systems eliminate paper-based records. It improves productivity and accuracy. It reduces duplication of efforts. That is also a major one, almost because cost of the labor in the aviation industry is very, very high compared to any other industry. Cost of the labor is very, very high because the skill required for aviation is much, much higher than other fields. Then scalability. The system is made up of 7 distinct software modules. Each one can be implemented separately for a variety of uses. The IT also provides versatility. The software like NAMIS modules can provide benefits to any large organizations or corporations which need the information management software. This is one of the software what we use. These are the softwares what we have started using, like GPS, WES, wide area augmentation systems. Anyone who is very passionate about writing codes or working in software can always enter into aviation industry, and the aviation industry is one of the fast growing, and it will long last. From now on onwards, nobody will look back as far as aviation is concerned. All such uncertainties have been removed from aviation industry. You might see so many large private airline industries, they are able to survive. They are able to order aircraft, and they will be there in the market for the next 20 or 30 years. So as far as job security is concerned, this field will provide much better job security than any other industry. These are the advanced technologies what we use in all the fields, right from design, operation, as well as maintenance. When it comes to job prospects, that's what the budding engineers will look into. The IT plays a huge and growing role both in aerospace, defense, as well as aeronautical industries, which make this industry a good one for people searching for technical jobs. We all know about the IT pay packages and all. The Computer World's 2010 salary survey found that defense and aerospace would be at the top of the list as far as pay package is concerned in the IT field. With the overall compensation, it may. And now, I am talking about 2010. It was just 2.9. Now it has gone up very to a higher percentage, and there are so many jobs available as far as aeronautical field is concerned. Experience in wide area network and local area networks, etc., will provide better job prospects. It will provide a major boost for job seekers. These are the potential positions that are available for any engineer who has got some soft skills and software exposure. I think with this, I would like to complete my presentation. I can proudly say, unlike any other industry, this industry has got excellent pay package, as well as it has got excellent career growth. Okay. So if you can improve your knowledge on software, and if you acquire some skills, technical skills, technical knowledge knows about aviation and aerospace industry, you will have better prospects as a fresh engineering graduate. With this, I would like to conclude my session. Madam?
Yes, sir. Uh, Thank you, sir. So it was you have took us on a flight journey. So you have taken up overview of what are all the different aspects in
Madam, sorry
aviation.
to intervene. Sorry to intervene.
Yes, sir.
That was the first point what I wanted to tell the audience. Flight is not meant only for flying, and also to get into the field and get better job prospects. It is meant for them to work and fly. They can
Okay, great, sir.
also contribute to the growth of aviation industry.
Okay, great, sir. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am,
sir.
please.
So any questions from the participants? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Thank you. So thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session. And you have touched upon different aspects of this industry and how far it is related to sustainability. And as it was more of aviation. You have touched on what are all the different roles and how they can take it forward, and for the business development and different perspectives you have touched on. Thank you, sir. Thank you for very elaborative and very very much in depth session of the topic. Thank you, sir. If no further questions, so we will move on to the next session. Yes, sir. So, sir, Shanmuganathan, sir, can you wind up, sir? Because when we want to go for the next session, we have to close the presentation. Sir? Yes, sir. Okay. So, good morning to once again to everyone present in the forum. So our next topic for presentation is sustainability and soft skills, the mantra for career progress. So this is going to be my session, and I'm very delighted to present it with so much of curiosity, like how the participants will be taking over the session. Before I start up the session, I want to know the background of the participants. So, few of you, can you unmute yourself and can you share it? Students, faculty, anyone? So, just three or four. Can you please unmute and tell me what is your background? Like, can you introduce, like, you're from which field? Sorry, someone is talking, but they have not unmuted. Anyone from the participant? Can you unmute?
From here, Bangladesh, most of the participants are senior students and the faculty members of Northern University, Bangladesh.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Which field they belong to, sir? Management?
They are from business, and also some of them are from computer science.
Oh, computer science and business.
And business.
Okay. Sir, great, sir. So any other voice from the participant? It will be great to hear, no, when people participate. Thank you, sir. Nazrul, sir. Thank you, sir. See, we are going to talk about sustainability. Anyone at least can post it in the chat. If someone is talking, but they're not muting, unmute.
What did you ask, ma'am?
Sir? No, sir. I wanted to know if it is a student or faculty, something about you, like what is your background, like which field you are. You're from which field? Just to make a few, to know each other. That's it.
I'm from business administration from Northern University.
Oh, great. Okay. Your good name?
Yeah, ma'am.
Your good name?
My name is Shudipto.
Okay. So great. So nice of you to unmute yourself and introduce yourself. See, myself, Dr. Priyadarshini. So I'm going to discuss an overview on what is sustainability and what is the soft skill. What do you mean by soft skills? And what is this session is all about? What is this workshop is all about? So I would like to touch upon few things. So that before starting the forum, I thought I can hear from few of you to know the background, and already Nazrul sir told me many of you are from business and computer science, and thank you for unmute and the gentleman who has unmuted himself and he has introduced him. See, that's to make it more little bit of interactive. So that is the objective of it. So let me start the session. So first, let's start with the concept to understand sustainability. So we had a very good presidential address, inaugural address, and special address. So the eminent persons, they were all discussing about soft skills, importance of soft skills, and even Professor Nazrul sir was telling importance of soft skill leadership, and the VC sir, he was talking about importance of empathy and how far it is very much needed, and the presidential address was addressing on different areas of sustainability. So they all gave us a very good overview, and few of you were in IT, so definitely the aviation session. So what is the field of aviation and what is the role of sustainability in aviation, and how far IT students can take up the aviations. So that was all discussed by Dr. Shanmuganathan sir. So my role here is just to give you all an overview. What do you mean by sustainability? What is that we can understand as a sustainability? And as I belong to the management field, I thought I can touch upon sustainability in business environment and what are all the skills needed for managers or for any professionals. So that is what is all about my session. So let me start with the definition of sustainability. Okay, is that my slide is moving? Any participant, can you just say yes or no? My slide is moving?
Yes, ma'am, the slide is moving.
Yes, thank you. So what is the sustainability? So the sustainability is the ability to maintain or support a process that is continuously over a time. That is, which means that which is done in a long run. Okay, so that is what is the important concept of the sustainability, the ability to maintain or support a process. So you are maintaining a process or you are supporting a process which is done continuously over a period of time. So your very elaborative definition we can go. It is support the process continuously over a time in business and policy context. And what is the importance of sustainability? It prevents the depletion of natural or physical resources So they will be available for us for the longer term. And I think, when this workshop was coined, I heard that majority of you are from management students. But what is the importance of putting the sustainable concept is now in after this pandemic, after this 2020, the world revolves around the sustainability. Okay, so before that, the sustainability was existing, but it was only very much pertain to green environment or how you save energy or take care of the resources for a longer run. But now, after this pandemic, everyone talks about this SDG goals. So you have a goals called as SDG goals, which talks about different sustainability goals, and that is has become the mantra for every business, and that has become the challenge for all the business professionals to keep up the goals. So that is the level of importance the sustainability has emerged up right now. So on this basis only, this workshop has been coined, and we are taking out now on the discussion of sustainability. So hope I made clear with the definition of sustainability. So next is we get a question. Okay, so yeah, common layman thinks, why is sustainability is for me? Okay, so sustainability, we think it is only for engineers, or we think it is only for people who save energy, or it is only for people who keep up for green, or who talks about bio. So that is what is that the concept of many layman people mindset. Okay, but we as a business professional and as a professionals, we have to understand sustainability skill is not for A, B, C, D. It is for everyone. Okay, it is for everyone. So that is the importance of sustainability for everyone. And I would like to go with the anonymous definition, which is stated by Upton Sinclair in his article. So it is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends upon him and not understanding it. Okay, so it is a very nice quote. Okay, so it is a nice meaning which gives you which makes us to understand that sustainability is for everyone. So it is like a man to make him understand that his salary depends upon him and not understanding it. So that is what is that. So we all have to understand the importance of sustainability is for everyone. So it is not just only for the professional, and sustainability is for everyone. So with this note, I start my presentation. So my presentation revolves around the domain. So what are the sustainability and skills, and what are all the ways it is important for our career, and what is sustainability in the business environment, and what are all the skills for the manager, soft skills needed for the manager. So, and how it takes up to our better career path. Next, sustainability and skills. Okay, so the next question, the first question I asked you is that sustainability is for professionals? I know, right? Okay, and also it states that it is for everyone. And is that you need any special skills for sustainability? Is the next question which we all have to think. Definitely, yes. So, arguably, at least a special set of skills, which is very much needed for keeping up the sustainability. So, sustainability is a professional discipline. It covers a vast territory of potential knowledge, from science and ecology to social impact, technological tools, and very important understanding of strategy and operational planning and project execution process and means. Okay, so from this you can understand sustainability skills is very broader. Okay, it is not just with only understanding the meaning alone, or it is not just only with the bio concept. So it is a vast territory. So what are all the concepts it goes? It's like how you understand the technological tools, and how you understand the strategy, and how you understand the operational planning, how it can be taken forward, and also it ends up with the means and execution. Okay, So that is all is the skills needed for sustainability. And also the based on the workshop, how it has been coined, I would also like to touch upon it that it covers a vast territory of potential knowledge. So it is not that only knowledge, it goes from science and ecology. So, okay, it goes with both science, technology and ecology. So we have to understand a human, we have to understand the social, and we have to understand the science, and also we have to understand the ecology which is around us. So that is the importance of the skills evolved in sustainability. Okay, and next is interdependence. So what is that interdependence it talks about is the most effective sustainability professional combines specific sustainability skills and knowledge with understanding of business process, practice and culture. And it is a interaction and interdependency, and also the implications are understood. So that is what is the interdependence. As I told you, how it has been integrated with knowledge, science, and ecology to social impact. So you can understand it is not only with any one field. It is a combination of, or it covers a vast territory. It is a very, very vast. So from that, very much I can justify, or anyone can justify, it is an interdependent, the skills are interdependent. And what is that competence related with the sustainability? Also the big picture as we discussed, it requires the comfort with uncertainty and the application of precautionary approaches. So it is a mix of technical hard knowledge and soft skills. It is a combination of both technical skills and soft skills. So technical skill is hard knowledge, and the soft skills is culture change, advocacy and diplomacy. Everything is the competence. So give me a minute, I'll switch on. Okay. So that is what is the competence which are involved in your sustainability. And then the next one is sustainability for career goals. So is the next, see, as you all are students, the majority of your students. So what is the main role of a student? Is not only to listen the class, it is to ask questions. Okay, so as a student, we have to ask question. As not only the student, everyone has to ask questions. Whenever we do something, it is not just we do it as such. We have to ask questions. So whether what is that, whether it is needed or not needed, or why it is needed, or what are all the things needed. So that is what. So that's where I started my presentation to make you understand whether sustainability is needed for all domains. Yes or no? It is yes. Okay. Is that sustainability is requires special skills? Yes or no? Definitely yes. You need a versatile of skills. And then how these skills are there? It is the skills are in a interdependence. Okay. So it is an interdependence of human skills. It is an interdependence of social skills. It is an interdependence of technical skills, and also it is to understand your ecology. What is your ecology? And then the next question is that we are all talking about sustainability. Okay, so why are we talking about sustainability? Okay, it is for a better environment and for a long-term sustainment, and without the depletion of resources. All those things are fine, but is it needed for it is important for career goals? The next question, sustainability is needed for career goals? Definitely. So the sustainability is for career goals. So you have your sustainable goals. So how it is integrated is with your career is, it talks about your education, that is, it talks about your vision, it talks about your goals, and it talks about your interest, it talks about your skills. All these things together, it contributes for your career. So sustainable development is for your career guide. Okay, see, as like, the professionals, we all know the strategic plans are very important. So what do we understand by strategic plan? Anyone? Okay, so what is the strategic plan is your long-term plans. So how are we attaining our vision and missions? So that is all is discussed in our strategic plans. Okay, so when you're going for the strategic plan, so it is merged with the career in the organization. So how all these domains are in a circle. So this diagram tells you a circle, so which talks about our vision, goals, interests, skills, and education, and how it is in forms our career, and how it is interrelated with our sustainable development. So sustainability is very much needed for our career progress. So the next I would like to talk about the pillars of sustainability. You can also call it as a field, different fields in sustainability, or you can call it as a pillars. So what are all the concepts which is given here is socio-cultural field, ecological field, economic field, and organizational field. So they are described as the pillars. Okay, so which contributes for the sustainable development. Okay, so socio-cultural field, it talks about the cultural environment and how far people interact with the environment, and how far people talk with each other, or interpersonal relationship, and adherence to the cultural, everything comes in your socio-cultural field. And economic field, it talks about the economy, and how it contributes for the GDP, all those things in your economic field. And your ecological field, the environmental factors around us, which pertains to country, or which pertains to the pandemic, everything. So that is your, and the most important is your the organization where we are, and whether we are a leader, or whether we are an employee, or whether we are a consultant, everything. It talks about the organizational field. See, when you see this diagram, you can see all the four circles are important. The size of all the four circles is similar. It's not like one circle is bigger or the other circle is smaller. All the four are important. That's why they call it as the pillars. Okay, so when you take up the different field, so that is what is that when you go, when you need to understand the ecology, that is the environment sustainability, and you have to understand the technology when it comes to economic. See, nowadays they are integrating technology and soft skills and sustainability. So we have to understand the technology, and we have to understand the business environment, which is very much important. And we have to understand the cultural practices. So these are all the different pillars and domains on which the sustainability is built upon. Okay, and this is the most important topic I prefer to give, because I belong to the field of management. So we are going to discuss about business sustainability. So what do you mean by sustainability in business, and how far it is important, and what are all the skills? So there are so many skills. I'm going to touch upon some three skills which is important for sustainability skills. So business sustainability. So business sustainability, earlier, that is when initially when you want to become a manager or a leader, what was the skill was needed is only your educational skills. Okay, and after MNCs merging up, the next skill which was needed by managers was they were talking more on interpersonal skills and soft skills. So that was something which was growing up. So people were all talking about your soft skills, interpersonal skills, and so on, so. And then later on, that was not alone enough. Okay, you want to be a manager or a leader, the soft skills or interpersonal skill is not important, but your conceptual skill is important. How you see thing as a complete picture. Okay, so that's where there came up the concept of emotional intelligence, empathy, all those things it came on. Okay, so how you see it as a whole picture, you see it as a complete business picture. Okay, now they say that you see not only your organization. Okay, you are a manager, you don't see only your organization alone. You see your organization, how far it is sustainable, how far it is with the goes well with the ecology, how far it goes well with the environment, how far it takes up the global warming, how far you take up with the fight with the pandemic. So all those things makes you as a good leader or a good manager or even a good employee. So that is where the sustainability in business plays a very, very vital role. So what is business sustainability? So it discusses about organization impact on environment. Okay, so how the organization impacts uh, the environment, and also how it has been influenced by the environment. It discusses about the local and global society, and also your word how what the organization seeks to improve or at least not worsen the environment or the rights, health and happiness of the people in the community. Okay, so as I told you, it is like what are we contributing to our environment. Okay, if not, how don't we make it still worsen. Okay, so it is the environment is everything. Okay, the environment is about the cultural, it's about the society, it is about the ecology, even it is about the technology, everything is the environment. And it discusses on the happiness of the, finally what is that we see is happiness. Okay, everyone wants to be happy, right? So as a business lead, we have to see that there is a happiness of the people in the community. Okay, so that is what is the business sustainability is all
Ma'am,
about.
can I ask a question?
Yes, please, I'm very happy to answer.
Now, how do companies measure and report their sustainability efforts?
Sorry, how
How do companies measure and report their sustainability efforts?
you are
Actually, what are
asking?
the key metrics?
Okay, you are asking me what are all the metrics to measure sustainability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how they evaluate their impact.
Yes. See, that's it's a very nice question, because we talk sustainability is something which is a very broader one. And Mr. Sir, your name, sorry.
Shudipto.
Yeah. So sir, the gentleman wants to know how are we going with the parameter? So how are we going to go with the parameter? Okay. See, the parameters can be done by assessing the pillars of sustainability. Okay. So as I told you, these are all the different pillars, okay, of sustainability. Your social, your economic, your ecological, and also field. So these are all the pillars of sustainability. So the best way, or the path to measure how far we are sustainable or not is by assessing these domains. Okay, so when we are talking about sustainability, we cannot see it as a we cannot assess it by either any one factor. Okay, so that is not that was a very traditional technique. There was traditional techniques to confine sustainability only with ecological factors. Okay, but at present, we have to go with all the pillars. So, how are we with the socio-cultural factor? How are we with the economic factor? How are we with ecological factor? How are we with the organizational factor? And how all these things are balancing for our sustainable development. And also, the next one factor, which is right now given in a Harvard Business Review, which talks about the 3P. Okay, so your question comes here: people, planet, and profit. Okay, this is other domain which is right now in the merging. So, which is discussed as people, planet, and profit. How are we going well with the people? How are we that contributing for the planet in which we are living in, that is our earth or environment? And how it brings down to your profit, where they go with the return on investment also. Okay, they are measuring the ROI also. So on this basis only, the sustainability is measured. Am I able to answer your question, sir?
Yeah, ma'am. I
Yes.
got.
Okay. So thank you for making it interactive, and it is always, very good when we get questions. So feeling good that people are listening to us. Thank you. So that is what is that. So next is what is that business sustainability we were talking about, and this is something the Harvard Business Review has quoted. The triple bottom line, which is involved in sustainability measurement, the triple bottom line, which talks about people, planet, and profit. So as I told you, the people is human, the planet is the environment, and profit is, we all know what is that. How are we making out more of the productivity, the input and the major output we get, and how are we gaining profit? So this is a triple bottom line associated with. And the next coming to an interesting part is the sustainability skills. See, there are, when you go for, Google Guru, they talks about so many skills which is needed for sustainability. Okay, so which talks about soft skills and also many other creative skills. So I have just narrowed down few as the time limit is very short. I have taken up few important sustainability skills, and I am going to touch upon three major skills which is needed for your sustainability. Okay, so the first one is the foundational knowledge. So our foundational knowledge is very important. What are the domains we are in? The foundational knowledge is very important. And the leadership. So what are all the concepts in leadership? The importance of leadership and emotional stability. Emotional stability talks about empathy and emotional intelligence, emotional quotient, and forward thinking. See, nowadays people never think reactive. Okay, we don't go for reactive changes, we always go for proactive changes. Okay, we accept that. Okay, so we are well ahead. So that is what is very much important. And being out of the box, that is very, very important. The creativity, and as many students are there, the communication skill is very important. So I have some communication tactics which I would like to share it in this presentation. So I'm not touching upon all these six skills. I have taken up three important skills. The first one is about the strong leadership. So the strong leadership. See, I think many of us would have been aware the different leadership styles: autocratic, transformative, or transactional, all those things. But the transactional was something a very, very old one. Okay, where you take care of your people only by giving them rewards. Okay, so when they do well, you give them rewards. That is a transactional leadership. Okay, but now the transactional leadership is not the key factor for leadership. Now we talk about more on transformational leadership. So transformational leadership is like how you evolve your employees or your team members, and make them to be a leader, and how are you getting the best out of them, and the leadership, or like how are we supervising them. It depends only on the work they do, and it is not that you're taking care of your subordinates by only by the rewards. How you are making them as a best leader, that is what is your transformational leadership. So it is not just a transaction where people work, you pay them, and you are giving them reward so they get motivated and they do well. That is not the thing which is needed for the right now. So to be a sustainable organization, what the organization expects from the leader is they want people to be a transformational leader, where they want the transformation to happen with a vision and mission, to be understood by every employees in the organization, and they have to work for the vision and mission on their own. It is something like a free reign leadership where everyone has to become the leader, or everyone has to take up the responsibility. So that is what is the transformational leadership skill is very much important for the sustainability skill. And students, dear students, whoever is here, so please understand like what is the importance of leadership. And when you become a leader in an organization, you try to adopt a transformational leadership style for you. Okay, so that is what is will make you grow in the ladder, and also help you to lift up the ladder of the organization. So what are all the things which is very much needed for it is your better delegation, how to delegate task, And very important, how do you empower your team? Okay, how do you empower people, and maintaining team resilience when circumstances change. That is, you keep up the team cohesiveness when the problem arises, or when there is like uncertainty happens. How are you maintaining it? And also communicating organizational change effectively. So the communication is very important. So how far you keep up a very transparent communication in your organization. So when you are a leader, how far you are keeping up a transparent communication in the organization. So that is very important. And also you are remaining authentic and in tune with your team. See, you be a leader on your own style, and you are not with your team, then you're not a strong leader. Okay, so how far you're remaining authentic with the organization, and also you stay with your team. So these are all the important strong leadership for a sustainable skills. Okay, so I'm talking about sustainable skills, and how it is very much needed for you to be a leader for retaining your organization as a sustainable organization. And then the next one is, I would like to share you some communication tactics. Okay, so I think you are all senior students, as Nazrul sir said. Majority of you know what is the importance of communication, process, skills. You are all master of it. So I would like to say some tactics. Okay, some tactics which you can follow for better communication skills. First one is like storytelling. See, nowadays, like, many interviews, the interviewer goes for storytelling. Okay, they expect the storytelling from the interviewee. So the storytelling is art. Now it has become a very important soft skill component. So try to develop the storytelling. Tell people a true story that illustrates your point. That is, how are we illustrating our point in a form of as like a story. So that is always the importance of storytelling. And self disclosure. See, always when you are in a team, or when you are with the people, everyone likes the people who are very much down to earth. Okay, so how do we exhibit that skill? First, self disclosure yourself. Okay, the self disclosure in yourself, in the sense you're being open, you're being transparent, and you're being approachable. Okay, so it can be like something like, describe your haha moment. You can say something this impressed me, or something, this is what is that, it has made me to think like that, evolved. So how are you first starting it? So that is what is your self disclosure. And then the most important nowadays, we don't no one likes just information without facts. Okay, so whenever we say any information, or whenever you talk something, communicate with the statistics. Okay, go with the figures and numbers. So very much like you should be very much coining it with the proper statistics. Okay, communicate the urgency and timeliness of sustainability. Okay, so for adopt statistics and data visualization. So you present the data in trends in a clear, visually and appealing way. So that is the next important tactics of communication. And then next one is personal reflection question. Okay, so that's what I was trying to do. Like I was putting a PPT by asking you questions. Okay, why it is needed for me? How do you want to be, or how do you think it is needed for your your team? So even when you talk about sustainability, you can ask, it is something like, how do you want to contribute to the world your children will inherit? Okay, that is something. When I contribute something to the world, what is that my child inherits from it? Okay, so what role do you want to play in redefining the future of your industry? Okay, so ask personal reflection questions. Okay, so these are all some of the current communication trends tactics which is needed for integrated with the sustainable skills. And in the next last one I would like to touch upon is your emotional intelligence. Okay, so what is emotional intelligence? See, earlier, before 1990s, okay, so the evolving of the Daniel Goleman book. Okay, so on EQ is important. So Daniel Goleman is called as the father of emotional intelligence, and he did come with a book on that. So earlier to that, the most important skill which was taken for success was only IQ. Okay, I think you all know what is IQ, intelligent quotient. So your degree and your knowledge on the subject and your ability to analyze a thing and your ability to come with technical things or your presentation, all those things was considered as a key factor for success. So once this EQ came into, like, evolving after the release, it was the Daniel Goleman book created a very big shake. Okay, so after that the EQ was discussed by everyone started to ask what is this EQ. So that is what is that. EQ is your emotional quotient, your emotional intelligence. Okay, so how far you understand your emotion and how far you understand other people emotion and how you handle it in a better way for your success and also for the success of your team. Hope I make it clear. So it's very elaborative, but very simple. So how far you understand your own emotion and other people emotion, and how do you handle it as a leader or as a manager or as an employee or as a family person, everything. So how far you do it in a way that contributes for your success. So that is what is the important concept of emotional intelligence. Okay, so even today's session, the dignitaries who gave the inaugural, presidential, and special address, all the three dignitaries were talking on soft skills and empathy. Okay, if you would have noted, your VC sir was touching more on that empathy and leadership skills. So that is all is something your inner concept of your emotional intelligence. Okay, so what is that? It is a like a thing. The basic thing which I would like to make you understand is it. You can understand this by two components. One is your self awareness and your social awareness. When you go for self awareness, as I told you, how far we are able to understand our own self. Okay, before understanding myself, I cannot understand others. Okay, so I have to.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes, sir.
how do I understand my audience emotional diversity?
Sir, how do you understand your own diversity, right?
So I have to understand my diversity first.
Okay.
So how do I understand their perspectives, their emotional attachments, and something which will make more effective our session,
So
my
you,
session.
okay. So if I am not wrong, you're asking me a question. How do you understand the emotional diversity?
Yeah, my
Okay.
audience is emotional diversity actually.
Okay.
So
Your
when I am
audience.
going to tell my story to them.
Okay, so you are asking how far you are able to understand your audience, right? See, what is that is, see, that's what is that you have a four quadrants, okay? So, four quadrants in which the first quadrant talks about your self-awareness and self-handling. And your third quadrant talks about your social handling, that is social competence. Okay, so I'll share a few material to Dr. Nazrul sir, because it's a very elaborative topic and there are some few dimensions in that. I'll share it to Nazrul sir and I'll ask sir to share it to you, but now I can explain it with some simple example. Okay, see, as I told you, with the four quadrants, see, first one is your individual awareness. Okay. See, for example, you are a Mr. So and so. Okay. So what is that? You make your window clear. Okay. You understand yourself and you understand what makes you angry, what is your strength, and what is the your best and what is not best. And all those things is your first quadrant. And the below quadrant is your individual competencies, like how far your skills are strong enough in handling your own self. Okay, and then next comes your social awareness. Social awareness is like which includes your empathy and your interpersonal skills, and like how far you are understanding the problem of others. That is what is your third domain. Okay, see, in the third domain you will be able to, when you say your empathy, what is the empathy is, I think you know how far you are able to understand the problem of others in their perspective. It's not sympathy. Okay, you are sympathizing. It is your empathizing. Empathizing is you are able to understand their problem in their perspective. Okay, so that is what is the first component in the social awareness. See, when you are able to understand the emotional competence of your team or in your group, the next one is you will be able to handle it with the social competence. Your social competence comes your leadership, and it is your team building, and it is your communication. All those things comes in your fourth quadrant. Okay. See, when you ask me a question, that is emotional diversity. That's how do you understand the diversity? That is your third quadrant. Third quadrant is you understand your team by with the help of by your empathizing skill, or by listening, or by observation, or all those things, which it can be done only by completing the first quadrant and third quadrant of your self awareness and self competence. Okay, so that comes your third quadrant, that is your social awareness, where you understand your team diversity. And the last quadrant is your social competences, how far you handle the group, how far you handle their emotional things in a better way. So that is what is your emotional intelligence. Yes, sir?
Okay, ma'am. I got it.
You got it? Okay, hope so. So definitely I'll share that to you. It is a very, there are a few papers also. I'll share it to Nazrul, sir. You can take it up. See, it is very, very important, as a faculty member, for us to understand the emotional diversity of the students. It's a very nice concept. So how do you understand the emotional diversity of the people around us? That is what is that you are going for your social awareness. Here I have mentioned, no, your social awareness. See, so for all these things, you have your questions. Okay, you have a standard scales. So you have a different scales. The scales are structured with different reliabilities and validities. Different tests have been conducted, and there are structured scales which can be used by us to assess these emotional diversity. Okay, so if you go with the different papers, okay, I'll share you a few papers. So if you go for that, you can find some scales. For example, you have a trait scales. So if you go for the trait scales, the trait scales talks about some 21 traits and different dimensions, which has each emotion categories. Okay, so when you talk about emotions, there are multiple emotions. So what is that the trait scale has done is they have put some 110 traits, and they have grouped the traits under different emotional headers category. So what if you are very much interested to do a elaborative research to understand the emotional diversity of the group, you can take that scale and you can go for that questionnaire and you can get it up. Yes, sir. Okay, so these are all the sustainable skills which I have briefed on. So it talks about the foundation knowledge, strong leadership, and emotional stability, forward thinking, creativity, and finally, communication skills, ending up with emotional intelligence. So herewith I'm ending my presentation. Thank you all. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Any other questions from any other participants?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, sir, please.
First of all, I'm Mahbub Alam, student of MBA.
Oh, great. Yes, sir.
First of all, thank you very much for delivering a nice speech regarding the sustainability. So, we know sustainability is everywhere. It is important and applicable. It is not only the engineering other side, as you said,
Yes.
mentioned.
Yes.
So, for understanding this, you have mentioned one point about the transformational leadership.
Yes.
That is distribution of task, understanding the emotional balance of the teams and other things, social condition, everything. So it is, yes, always important. So my question, transformational leadership, is it the decentralization of task or the job, something like this?
Sir, your question has an answer. You asked me a question, is that transformational leadership is decentralization? So what is decentralization? You distribute the task, okay? But what is transformational leadership is, it is not only you distribute the task or delegate task, it is how far you are empowering, okay? Empowering your team, okay? So how far you make a person to be a leader, okay? So that is what is the transformational leadership. See, from the name you can understand transformational, okay? So you are completely you're changing a different view. That is what is a transformation. So what do we do in transformational leadership is, we are enabling our team members, or we are empowering our team members, or we are transforming them from a normal employee to a visionary team member. Okay, so that is what is the transformational leadership.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I got your point.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so any other questions? So I think we can wind up this session. So Nazrul sir, can we wind up the session, sir?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is,
sir.
I think, okay.
Yeah.
And we have another session, right?
No, sir. Today, that's it, sir. Tomorrow
Okay.
only we are having the next session.
Okay, then you can close today. So
Yes.
tomorrow
The
at
same time.
the same time the session will start, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you can close this session.
Okay. So thank you, sir. And thank you, participants, and thank you, principal, sir, for spending your valuable time. And thanks to VC sir, who was present here, and thanks to all the faculty in the midst of your busy schedule, and thanks to head of the departments in Tagore Engineering College for your presence. And today we are winding up the session. And when we were discussing about this workshop, so sir said like we'll have it not very elaborative and not only a virtual. It takes so much of only an online session. We don't want a very long sessions for the day. So that's why we have planned two-day session. And so many interesting sessions are awaiting for you all tomorrow. So hope to see you all the same time tomorrow by 10 o'clock IST in the same forum. And the Zoom link, we will share it in the group, and we will share it to Nazrul sir through mail. So thank you all. Thank you for very vibrant participants who were present for the day and asking questions. Thank you all. And thank you, sir. And thank you, principal, sir. And with this note, we are winding up today's session.
Thank you very much, madam. See
Yes,
you
sir.
tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.